Hey y'all, hey, good afternoon. I hope you guys had a great day today. I know I'm having a great day today. Um, I just wanted to come up here and just do a quick video with you guys with another YouTuber. His name is Mental Healness. Uh, Hold on, let me turn these notes. His YouTube page is called Mental Healness. So I'm going to do a video off of his video. I'm gonna do my reactions off of it. His video is called "What Happens When a Narcissist Tries to Get You Back, but it doesn't work." So it's basically called "When You Ignore the Hoover." He's gonna explain it all down. Well, he's a recovering narcissist himself. He's gonna explain it all in a video. I'm sorry you guys can't see it, but you're just gonna hear his voice going. So just let's get into it. Also,
or refuse the narcissist.
Also, if you haven't, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate you guys, and I hope you guys is having a good day today. So let's get into it.
So, what happens when you resist or refuse the narcissist Hoover? When you turn them down, when they try to creep their little sneaky narcissistic butts back into your life, what happens? How do they act? What goes through their mind? That's what we're talking about today, y'all. If you're new here, my name is Lee Hammond. I'm a diagnosed narcissist. And welcome to another episode of the Narcissist Code.
Yeah, guys, make sure you go subscribe to his channel. It's called Mental Healness. He definitely has some good information up there. I normally share his stuff on Facebook as
Welcome back,
well.
folks. Welcome back. Welcome back. Yeah, y'all. Yeah. Narcissistic Hoover. If you don't know what hoovering is, y'all, if you're new to my channel, if you're new to the world of narcissistic toxic relationships, if you don't know what hoovering is, it's when a narcissist or a toxic person does whatever it takes to try to get you back. It's in any, I call it any unwanted contact is a hoover. Any, any unwanted contact could be a form of a hoover, y'all. So that's why I try to tell people, like, if you're dealing with a narcissist or a toxic person and y'all have broken up and they're trying to reach out to you for whatever reason, they're trying to contact you for whatever reason, that is possibly a hoover right there. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, hear that?
That is possibly them trying to come back into your life in some way, shape, or form. So that's what hoovering is. Like, what happens now? What happens when you turn down said hoover? When you don't, sorry, y'all.
I'm sorry, guys. That's not me with the beeping noise. That is his video.
Battery's going off. When you turn down said hoover and you no longer want to deal with them, how do they act? What goes on in their minds? What do they say? So, the first thing that a lot of narcissistic people are going to try to do when you refuse a hoover is try to make you feel bad.
Absolutely.
And literally, they're going to try to make you feel guilty. They're going to try to make you feel like a horrible, just horrible ass.
Listen, ladies, listen to him. Like I said, go to his YouTube page. It's called Mental Healness. Listen to him. He's actually a narcissist himself. He went and got the therapy. Listen to what he's saying. So if you're going through
Person
this,
because of how
you're
things
dealing with a narcissist.
went down. They're going to try to make you feel like a terrible person. They're going to try to make you feel guilty. Well, you must really never loved me. You must have never really cared about me. If you can just walk away so easily, if you can walk away so easily, did you ever really love me? Like you, what? How am I supposed to live without you? Like, what am I supposed to do without you in this situation? Wow, you really don't care, do you?
That's what they
They'll try to make
say.
you feel guilty. They'll try to make you feel bad, right? And this,
Oh, absolutely. That's exactly what they will say. And you will feel bad for them. Oh my gosh, they start the boo-hoo crying and stuff. Man,
work sometimes. Yeah, let's keep it high. It
it'll
does work
work.
sometimes. Narcissistic people can be very convincing, especially when they're crying and whining and begging and pleading, and snot coming from their nose. They
What did I tell y'all about the crying and the begging and the oh man, he's hitting it.
uncontrollable flatulence, like they're losing it everywhere, right? That happens. This is what goes on. You're dealing with a manipulative, narcissistic person. They're going to try to make it seem like you have victimized them in some way, shape, or form by refusing to allow them back into your space, by refusing to break no contact, by refusing to let them back, refusing to let them back into your life in some way, shape, or form. Like seriously, that will go. That's what happens. That's what goes on. So a lot of them are going to try to make you feel guilty, guilty as charged. Shout out to Blue Guys.
And don't be guilty for them because you're gonna keep going through the same thing. Don't. Once you notice you're dealing with a narcissist, it's best for you to run. And if you got one of them combative ones, them ones that like to put their hands on you, please, oh my Lord, run.
Um, but yeah, that's what a lot of them are. Is it because it works? Like, why do they try to make us feel guilty? Because it works. Why would you like? Why not do something that works for you? If it works, I'm going to keep doing it. That's just the mind of a narcissist right there, y'all. If this works, I'm going to keep doing it because why wouldn't I?
So basically, if you keep taking them back, they keep doing that boohoo sob story. You keep taking them back. They're, they're just gonna keep doing the same thing. Like it's crazy. I know my narcissistic ex, all he did was boohoo cry. You feel me? And you feel bad. Trust me, you feel bad. But after a while, you be like, nah, it's the same thing over and over and over again.
You see? Another thing that a lot of narcissists and toxic people are going to do when you refuse to hoover, when you refuse
Y'all hear
to
that?
let them back into your life, when their attempts to try to get you back don't work,
Mm,
another thing they can do is lose their ever loving mind.
they do.
They can lose their damn minds. They can literally lose their minds and start to rage out on you.
Yes.
This can be the most dangerous time, y'all,
Yes.
because when they are raging out on you, when they're accusing you, when they're saying whatever they're gonna say, they can get very dangerous. The rage,
Did y'all hear what I said? They can get very dangerous. Yes, especially if you that one that ain't taking that shit, you that one, nah, and you trying to go, nah, they gonna do whatever, but they still gonna have them supplies in the back. Listen, that's how you gotta run. And you dealing with these narcissistic people, ah man, get you some counseling, please, because they no good. They ain't got no soul.
rage is real. That
Mhm.
rage is as real as it gets. That rage is as real as it comes. They're going to, some of them will absolutely rage out on you and lose their damn minds because they're angry because you're not taking them back. They're angry.
And that's when they put their hands on you, and they try to apologize and downplay the situation of them putting their hands on you and things like that. Like it's just crazy. I tell you, it could get domestical dealing with these narcissistic people, especially the ones that's not going to get themselves checked out, man. That's crazy. And then they swear that they don't do this and they swear they never did that. You can have all the evidence in the world. Like I said, I had all the evidence in the world that my narcissist put his hands on me. you know, he swears he never done it, but that's dumb.
Angry because their hoovering attempts don't work. They're angry, especially like especially if they try to get you back in the same way before, right? If they try,
So basically, what he is saying, when you put your foot down and you breaking that cycle and you not going back, you not you not feeding into their hoovering, you're not feeding into their messages or nothing like that. This is what he's talking about. They can't get you back the same way they normally would do. Hmm.
try to hoover you and it worked before, and now they're trying the same thing and it doesn't work now, they a lot of them can absolutely become full of rage and come after you. When I say come after you, I don't mean like come after. Well, some of them, yeah.
Yeah,
Some of
some of
them
them I
will come
told
after
you.
you physically.
Hmm.
Some of them will come after you on the internet, right? Some of them will start a smear campaign on you. They'll get so rageful and whatnot. They'll start a smear campaign on you online,
Mm-hmm.
where they are just spreading lies. Where they literally are online, just lying their asses off about what has transpired in your relationship, about how you have gotten to this point and whatnot. They will do that. A lot of them will lose their minds and try to smear you and try to make you feel bad. Because guess what happens, y'all? When they start lying online or they start lying to your friends and family about what actually has went down, sometimes you reach out to them to get them to stop. You see, sometimes it can be bait. Sometimes them harassing your friends and family members and doing that type of stuff right there can be bait.
See? Remember when I told y'all, watch my other videos. Watch my other videos. I am trying to bring this awareness to you guys so you guys can see what a narcissist is and what they do. And if you are in that situation, it's best to get yourself out that situation, whether you're married to that person or not. I mean, you got to get yourself out that situation, especially if it's just going to keep happening and happening and happening. They would try to get you online. They would try to go put emoji faces on your pictures. They would try to add your friends. They would do all of that to get to you, okay? To get your attention. And this is why I say go no contact. Every time my narcissistic ex try to text the phone or whatever he was doing, no, you don't respond. You don't respond. You don't respond at all. No contact. You put your foot down. That's it. No contact. And that's when they start their smear campaign. Especially if you're bringing awareness as a victim to a survivor. You're bringing that awareness. They don't like that.
To try to get you to reach out. Bait to try to get you to break no contact or whatever the case may be. It's going to be bait. So you have to be careful of that. You have to watch out for that because yeah, they're going to try to bait you into having a conversation with them, or bait you into sitting down and talking to them, bait you into one final closure. You got to get going.
I've been baited a lot of times. Baited. I'm quite sure you ladies been baited. And if you men are watching and you dealing with a narcissist, I'm quite sure you've been baited a lot of times, thinking things would change and it wouldn't. The same revolving door.
One final closure, or try to bait you into clapping some cheeks, right? Put a baby in you, or get a baby by you. Watch
Hmm.
out, man. Watch out. Yeah. One thing you're absolutely going to need when you live in a narcissist is some bedroom discipline. I'm gonna do a video on that later. Yeah, yeah, my office is like close to police department. I'm safe, but it gets loud, right? But yeah, and this right here might surprise y'all. Another thing that a narcissist could do when they are feeling like they are somewhat losing control of you, when you cut off access, when the Hoover is not working,
Mm.
some of them will disappear.
And pop back up.
Yeah. Some of them will absolutely disappear on you. Some of them, like I said, when I say absolutely disappear, I mean it. I mean, some of them will absolutely just vanish on you, out of seemingly out of thin air, because you're trying to heal and grow and do whatever you're trying to do. This person will like seemingly disappear. And if you yourself has read up on narcissism, if you've read up on toxic relationship dynamics, if you read up on abuse or situations of narcissistic abuse, you might be expecting them to hoover. You
Mhm.
might be expecting them to reach out. You might be expecting them to start a smear campaign or go to your friends or family members. You might be expecting all of that. But some narcissistic people will shock you and just disappear. And this right here, yeah, could it be done with you? Let's say this right here. Could a narcissist that doesn't reach out to you, could they be done? Yes. But also, they could be trying to bait you into it as well. This is where the reverse Hoover comes into play.
Mm.
When, like, so just take me for instance. If I in my relationship dynamics, if I felt like the hoovering wasn't working or my tactics were not working, I would go radio silent. You know, because radio silence can breed this obsession from people. Because if you're expecting me to do this and I don't do it, It makes you start question. It makes you start asking questions, doesn't it? It makes you start wondering, am I safe? What happened? Especially if it's outside of something that I normally would be doing. Right? If I normally am posting every single day about something and now I'm not posting anymore, you start to ask questions like, what's wrong with Lee? Where Lee go? So some narcissists will
All right, y'all. We back. I had got a notification. So we back, we back. We're gonna put them back.
on you.
Sorry about that.
Like if they're
Make
hoovering,
sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Also, make sure you go to Mental Healness YouTube page. Follow his channel as well. He's a diagnosed narcissist himself, and he is breaking down what a Hoover, basically what happens when a narcissist tries to get you back, but it doesn't work. That's basically what hoovering is. So he's almost done with the video. I ended up getting a notification. It's also, but we're back.
it's not working, or you're not accepting the Hoover, and you are standing on what the young folks say. You're standing on business. If you're standing on business, right, and you're not reacting to them, not giving them the time of day. If y'all have kids together, you're not even letting them use the kids to bait you into unnecessary arguments or conversations, right? If you're not doing that, then this is the type of stuff that happens. Like, you really, really, truly have to be prepared for that. You really,
Mhm.
really, truly do. And this is what happens. Like I said, some of them will go silent, and you don't want to reverse Hoover yourself. Because if you break no contact, if you are the one that reaches
Reaching
out to
out.
me, you just validate everything that I've done. You validate all my feelings. You validate my thought process. You validate every single thing that you've been complaining about. Does not matter. Because why would you reach out to me if it's not okay? Why would you reach out to me if this is such a problem? Why are you reaching out to me? You see how that so the narcissist, right?
That's another thing. I'm sorry it went out, but we almost done with this video. We almost done.
Of narcissistic people that will start accusing you of having someone else. Yeah, I know y'all. I know some of y'all might be waiting on that.
They
There
definitely
is
do.
a certain sector of narcissistic people that always gotta accuse you of having someone else. Yes, this can be a part of the smear campaign, but this could also be a form of them trying to hoover you back in by spreading this to the kids and whatnot. They can start telling your children that you're cheating on them, or you don't want daddy in the house, or you don't want mommy to come back in. You don't want to move back in with mommy because you have somebody else. They'll start accusing you of doing this stuff, right? They'll start accusing you of doing these type of things. They absolutely will. So you got to be prepared, y'all. You got to be prepared to look. Some of them will leave you alone, but some of them are going to make you fight for your freedom. I know that
Okay.
sounds like a battle, right? Some of them are going to make you fight for your freedom, but it's the truth. Some of them are absolutely going to make you go back and forth with them for your freedom. They're going to make you go back and forth with every single thing about themselves. Like, they're going to accuse you, they're going to pop up, they're going to stalk you, they're going to
Oh
harass you.
yeah.
Some of them will even threaten
It's
to harm
that.
themselves
Yeah.
if the Hoover isn't working. But Lee, when will they get the point? Sometimes they might not get the point. Sometimes you have to force them to get the point. Sometimes you have to force them to leave you alone by getting that restraining order or an order of protection or full custody of the children or whatever the case may be. You have to protect yourself. It's not selfishness to protect yourself. Self-safety is not
Yeah, hear that?
selfishness. It's
Yeah, hear
self-care, it's
that?
self-love. Anyway,
Speaking
y'all,
from a
thank you for allowing me to into
narcissist.
this video. I know I've rambled on a little bit because we get to the 13-minute mark. My course about healing from narcissistic abuse, finding your why, is available everywhere. Not everywhere. It's available on my website, mentalhealness.net. It's about 40 videos about healing from narcissistic abuse. Because it's Mother's Day month, you can enter the code MOTHERS, MOTHERS,
So,
to get 50% off, y'all.
yeah, so I don't know, guys, what y'all think about that dealing with narcissist people, with the hoovering. Make sure y'all y'all go to Mental Healness, go to his YouTube page and follow, whatever you do. I really hope everyone stays safe. If you are dealing with a narcissist, please get yourself out that situation. As me being a survivor of domestic violence and a narcissist survivor, um, I'm just bringing awareness. Also, you can follow my Facebook page, which is called Domestic Violence and Narcissistic Relationships I Survived. Make sure you follow that page. I spread a lot of awareness about narcissists. I spread about domestic violence. I give up all the information up there. I even also share the domestic violence hotline number and everything like that. So please make sure you guys go out there and also subscribe to my YouTube channel. I really greatly appreciate it. And yeah, let me know. Are you dealing with a narcissist? Because if you are, it's just not going to get easy. So have a good one, guys. Thank you.